Oh boy, the first of the crossover customs I've made. I have made a lot of crossover customs. I've even done a review on my original Denji Chainsaw Man. And yeah, I made a second Chainsaw Man custom. This is Bomber Devil, shit. What was it called again? It's REZE. Was it REZE? Fuck, man, I don't know Japanese. I basically just made this as a companion piece. After seeing the movie and absolutely loving it, I felt like I just had to make something to go with my original Chainsaw Man custom because Chainsaw Man is probably my favorite anime. I'm not even an anime fan, I just really like Chainsaw Man. So I thought, why not make REZE or REZE, whatever the fuck, Bomber Devil, yeah. And then I really wanted to make the Angel custom that I, had during my birthday. And I needed a ring, so I thought, why not get Transformers Studio Series Arachnid? And so I did for the ring, and then I, took off the spider legs and the ring and stuff and added to the Angel. And then I just had Arachnid with nothing. So I finally went and did an idea I had was to make that mold into REZE. And so I did. And I hate it. Listen, she can't stand, but she's so hard to stand because she doesn't have the spider legs anymore. And like, I did originally have the original spider legs, like the bottom ones, but they're so loose and then they just don't fit the design. And then, I just can't, I don't want them on and it doesn't really fit well. And then also I painted the shoulders and then the thighs, like skin tone color. But even then, it looks weird because the skin is now armor and it just kind of, And then trying to do the legs, I mean, obviously she doesn't really have proper thighs, so I just had to paint around it like looking like a thigh, and then so it's like black thigh, black, and then boots, and it's like it doesn't really look good on the legs. And yeah, I am quite happy with how the head came out, only just because it just works surprisingly because of how Bomber Devil's head is looking. It just kind of works with Arachnid's design. And yes, I did sand the face off, so she doesn't have eyes or a mouth or anything or a nose. I just wanted to get rid of all those features. And then those little silver pieces out there are supposed to be her teeth, but there is no real teeth on this custom, so oh well. She still has flip out guns, which I kind of like uses the explosions she makes in the movie. So kind of like impact frames, I don't know. But I am just happy it's a good companion piece with Denji. I've been meaning to make more Chainsaw Man customs, but like I don't really have any attachment to any other characters, so making this just kind of felt right. Oh, speaking of Denji, since his review, I have updated his paints, basically just, finishing him and making him look more clean. And I also painted the top wheels black, just to, make the wheels a little bit more depth, I guess, because they originally just was white and they were kind of invisible, but that was sort of the point. But then again, this is a Transformer, so what's the point of making it look like the actual guy? So yeah, I just added the wheels black, and honestly, I like it better. But yeah, if you're wanting to customize this Arachnid mold, just be wary. If you want to take off those propellers and the spider legs, she can't stand, but she is very prone to fall over. So yay. By the way, the design on this figure was supposed to have her like cloth thing, like her garment, which yes, did originally go on there. There's a picture for you, but unfortunately the super glue was not strong enough, so it kind of just broke off. And it was because the end part is very heavy and there wasn't much connection, so it kind of just fell off. But it was supposed to be part of her design, but yeah, it's not on there anymore, which is unfortunate because it would have added to the vehicle mode, but now well. For accessories, she comes with nothing. For the paints I used Live Flesh, brown, matte white, and chrome silver, black. Comparison time. Here he is with GENO, Super Megatron, Optimus Prime, Shockwave, Shattered Glass Optimus, and Bumblebee. It's no secret that I don't really like much of the Transformers 1 Studio Series figures, but honestly, Arachnid she's okay. She looks amazing. She looks so much better than all the other ones that came before her, except for maybe Sentinel, and that's actually it. But handling her, terrible articulation in the arms, you can barely get her into a pose, and then even then the spider legs, like yes, they're cool, but very limited, and I wish there was just a little bit more. But yet again, the transformation is so clever with how it does the spider legs into the propeller. It's just so cool, but the transformation itself, I do not like. It's quite finicky because she's so small, and then nothing really has anywhere to go. Like you don't really know where to put things because they don't really have a designated section. They just kind of sit places. I don't like it. But don't get me wrong, she looks amazing and she would go great on a shelf, but in hand, she's not that good. Okay, so transformation for REZE is, yeah, it's basically just the arachnid, but you know, just less to do, really. She doesn't really turn into anything per se. Like, I mean, she did have, and I will talk about this later, but she did have like a shark mode-ish, just the way of how everything looked when it was together. It kind of looked like a shark, but really, you're just sort of just putting everything together and praying for the best. Yeah. Come on. Have I ever told you I don't like this transformation? Yep. In alt mode, I originally was going to give her a shark mode. Don't ask how. But yeah, this is just the helicopter mode without the helicopter bits, basically. She just kind of turns into a thing. Yep. I didn't really make this to transform. I sort of just, again, made it for a companion piece with Denji, so I don't really care if it doesn't transform into anything. It's just supposed to stay in robot mode. It's just made out of a transformer. I just bought this for the Angel custom. And in conclusion, well, this custom isn't very good, is it? Terrible! Terrible paint, terrible molding choice. God, does Max even have any ideas anymore? Yeah, it's almost like he's running out of ideas. Yes! Yeah! I grow from the bearer of the depths. I am Maestro!